Hey, this is Donnie Smith, and in this video we are going to show you how to remove the front bumper cover and the headlights on this Honda Integra. Okay, the first thing we want to do is go ahead and disconnect the battery cable, the negative battery cable. One thing when replacing the batteries, you want to be careful to kind of hold the other end where you're not twisting as opposed to it all. So I'm going to support it right here as I loosen this. Okay, we got that loose. One thing you want to do is just drop it down in here. If it ever makes contact, it may become live again. So I'm going to go ahead and put a baggie around that just to isolate it.
First we're going to take these front lights off. And to do that, there's two Phillips screws, and we're just going to loosen them to take it off. Now just twist this to take the bulb out. Now we put these in a bag and labeled it, and we tape these so it stays organized. Now we're just going to put it in the box. Now we're going to use a Phillips screwdriver to take the side marker lamp off. Now once you have the screw off, you can just kind of grab it and pull straight back.
Yeah, it has these two pieces right here that slide into this bracket right here, and that holds it on the back.
Now to take this bracket off, it has two Phillips screws that you need to take off.
Okay, we got the side markers off, and we're getting it laid out in here, organized, so that way when we go back, it'll be easy to put back together, organized. And what we're doing, these parts we're taking off are parts we're going to put back on, and that's R&I. So you hear the term R&I, that stands for remove and install. So we're taking it off, putting the exact same part back on. Now this fender, if we can find another one, it's going to be R&R. That's where you remove and replace it. So you're taking the old part off and putting a new part on. So it's just some terms that you probably need to be familiar with, is R&R and R&I. One more, this battery, we're not removing the battery, but we disconnect it, and we're going to reconnect it. So that's disconnect and reconnect. So we're going to also go ahead and R&I these headlights, because I'm not positive, but I'm thinking this bumper cover probably has some attachments underneath the headlights. I'm just going to have to take them out before I know for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off, and this has three 10mm bolts up here. And I believe there's one more down in here, and we may have to loosen this bumper cover wheelhouse area up first before we can get to it. It's a pretty difficult area. But I'm going to go ahead and take these three out. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and loosen this front bumper cover up. Have two Phillips screws right here that I'll use the Phillips screwdriver with. And then there's a few clips back in here. And here's a little tip for you. If you're trying to work in this area, sometimes this tire will be in the way. You know, if you'll turn the wheels all the way that way, now I have full access to this. Now I'm going to take this back area off. I'll turn the wheels all the way the other way. And that way, I'll be able to get to that without if you're trying to go at angles that screws, usually you're going to end up stripping them, so you want to get good access to the area you're working on. So I'll use this, take some of the clips off of this, turn the wheel, get those, and drop that wheel well, and then we can continue. Another helpful tip, whenever you're working in areas like this, it's hard to see sometimes, so you can get you some type of drop light or light like this, and they even have little handheld ones that you can use, flashlight, whatever it is to help lighten the area up so you can see a lot better. Okay, we got the wheel well liner off. I'm going to talk about just for a minute. This mud flap was part of what was holding it on. It had some Phillips screws, and also had a couple of 10mm bolts in there, and then we had some Phillips screws in the front, and the rest of it was held together with these clips. And these clips are kind of difficult because they screw in to tighten, and the problem taking them out, if you don't push in hard, you'll strip this Phillips here, and if you push in hard, they won't screw out sometimes. So if there's a really good trick to getting these out without breaking them sometimes, I don't know it, because I did break a couple of these trying to get them out. Clips can be difficult. Try to get as many of them out as you can without breaking them, because these some of these are pretty expensive. But anyway, that's I've got all that out. Now I'm going to took the mud guard or the mud flap off and the wheel liner. And you can see where all these clips were. Well, you're looking for the right parts for your car? Well, it's pretty simple if you go to collisionblast.com/home. If you go there, scroll down, and right here where it says Amazon, all you have to do is put in the year of your vehicle. Let's say we're looking for a 91 Honda Accord. And it will take you right here, and all the parts on this page are specifically for your 91 Honda Accord. You got things like maintenance and repair items, performance and tuning, accessories, and let's go down here to body parts. Say we're looking for a fender. Want to make sure it fits? Well, let's enter the rest of the information. Let's say we have an LS and 2.3 5-speed. So let's filter results to make sure that these parts fit the car we're looking for. And right here you'll see all the fenders that will fit your car specifically. Go to collisionblast.com/home to find the parts for your car today. Now we'll go ahead and bag this and store these parts. Okay, I've got one last bolt. It's right down here, kind of hard to get to. I think there's a little bit more room on the other side. Didn't really create any access coming through here, so I'm just going to have to go down here. And it's just going to require that I do it a little bit at a time. But let me show you a trick whenever using a wrench. If you got just a little bit of access and you can only turn it a little bit, and you pull it off and you can't get a bite because you don't have enough room to move it back. If you flip this around each time, you'll be able to get a different bite. It puts it at a little bit different angle, and little by little you'll get it off. But sometimes that's the only thing that you can do. But anyway, if you're in a tight spot and it will not fit on, flip it around and try. A lot of times that'll work. And that's one thing about working on cars. You're always going to find those difficult, hard to get to areas. Sometimes you might think it's impossible, but if you keep trying, you'll get it. And like my dad used to always tell me, if there's a will, there's a way. Okay, got it. Took a little bit, and we did get it off. So now we can go ahead and take the headlights out. Well, things are going good. I got that headlight pulled out, went to pull this one out, and removed the same bolts, and it wasn't coming out. I discovered there's another hidden bolt, and that one's really hard. You got to come up from underneath and get it from the side. It's a little bit more difficult. But I think I've got it out now. Got the wires disconnected, got it all loose. There we go. Okay, now, more surprises. We have these big Phillips screws that should be holding these in. And we've got one, we've already got the ends loose, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there should be one here, one here, one here, one here. What it is, just been taken off and put on. They just didn't put the ones under the headlights back on. So this is the time we was talking about if you have missing hardware, it's time to note it. See if you have it in inventory, check with your parts guy, whatever you have to do to make sure you have this hardware. When you go back together with this, you're not caught waiting on parts or anything. So got 4 of those bolts we're going to need. I think 3 clips we're going to need. So it's time to go ahead and note that and get them ordered, get them coming. Get them ordered, get them coming, or see if you got them in inventory. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and remove this bumper cover. This uses the Phillips. Remove these. Say there's 1 here, should be 2 here, then there's 3 under here. And I see the bracket where the other headlight, it should have had a bolt in it. It just wasn't there either. And working on older cars like this, you know, you never know what you're going to run into sometimes. It's just the nature of it. And so many cars are built so many different ways. Okay, I got those, and up underneath there's going to be some more of those clips that screw in. I'm going to take those out, and then we'll be ready to come off with the bumper cover. Okay, we got all those loose, and now we're just gonna, this is on a bracket here, we just gotta kind of pop it off that. Out. Just like that. Do the other side the same way. And now we have the bumper cover on. We're going to store it until we go to refinish it so it doesn't get damaged. You can see right here where the rivets were on the bottom, or the clips were on the bottom. Thanks for watching this video, and be sure to go by collisionblast.com. You can subscribe for free, get free updates, and more training.